Okay, this is my first ever bicycle video, I guess. Today we're on the Interbaun trail in Chatham, Illinois. It's the first time being on this trail. Took me a minute to figure out where to park at. The best place I figured out to park was at the Railroad Museum, so I'll post a picture of what it looks like. But park there, and then it's just a quick little jaunt over to the trail, and I'll run a few videos here and we'll see what this thing's like. Thanks. There's a golf course over here to the left side. Pretty tree covered, I guess, or not tree covered, but tree lined. That sign back there said Polecat Creek Trail. I'm assuming it looked like a mountain bike trail. We're coming up here on Lake Springfield. I didn't know there was any of that sort of stuff up here. So when I get home, I guess I'll have to check it out. I don't have a mountain bike, but still like to know what it is. I just crossed the lake. Coming up here, it looks like the trail is closed. So we're gonna shoot down this road here and see what happens. Looks closed up here too, so I do not know what to do. Okay, I made it through the construction. It may or may not be there when you ride this, but stay on the road, then go up to the road, take a right towards the railroad tracks, and then the bike trail will be on your left, and then you're good to go. And as soon as you get on the trail, there is a bike repair station right there, so if you need anything, that's kind of nice. This was a bit of a unplanned ride today. I was going to be in the area, so I thought I'd throw my bike in the truck. So I've done no research on this trail. I know it's, I believe, 8.4 miles long and connects to the Wabash trail in Springfield, which is 2.1. So you're looking at 10.5 miles, 21 miles round trip. There's some prairie restoration, appears to be. You know, with Illinois being the prairie state and all, some of the wildflowers that used to grow here now have labels on them. So that's something you can stop and look at and figure out what the native plants are, and maybe plant them in your yard and help out the little critters. This is the trailhead that you can see off of I-72. I actually tried to come in here today, but I was having trouble figuring out how to get here. I didn't know exactly how to get to Hazeldale. I was over near Shields. This is where you would come in at. It's West Grand and Hazeldale. And of course, that's I-72 up there. So this is an area you could park at if you didn't want to go all the way to Chatham. Looks like there's a lot of native habitat restoration going on here too. Then this goes like towards Shields and then back into Springfield this direction. Obviously the other direction goes to Chatham. like a bit of a steep grade coming up. Try not to crash here. The trails are not in bad shape so far. Like any asphalt paved rail trail, there are some places where the roots have pushed up, made it some bumpy spots, but all in all, it's not bad. Now we're coming in behind Shields here. Hotels are going in. Honestly, I think you could probably just park your bicycle at Shields. There's a sidewalk back there that I do know goes to Shields. So that'd probably be a pretty good place to park out in the end of the parking lot. Take your bike out, and I doubt anybody would have messed with your vehicle being there. So always another option. Okay, I noticed this fork in the road here. Not sure what it does. Looks like to the left is the Interbaun trail. This fork to the right, which we're going to take for now, goes up towards Shields and back towards the restaurant and hotels. It also looks just right here on the side is another trail, so I don't know if it just loops around. We'll ride up here and see and try to figure out what we're doing here. Like I said, first time being on this, so we'll explore it together. There's the new sports complex. I think the largest inflatable dome in the world. It just recently opened up. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I know it's new. So yeah, looks like that just looped around, and it'll take you right back almost where you started from. So maybe at some point this will be some sort of a connector or something to something else. All right, thanks. All right, here's another look at the sports complex. This has been in the works for a few years. Finally coming together, looks pretty nice. A lot of ball diamonds and, like I said, the inflatable dome. Not sure what all they're going to have out here. I'm sure a lot of tournaments and such. Coming into the residential area of Springfield. Wabash is up here. I forgot to set my bike computer to check my mileage, so not 100% sure how far I've gone. I would say probably 8 miles, if I can remember how many I rode last time. But that trail is really rough when you come into this neighborhood, so just be aware. It's root push-ups from the trees being next to the trail. As great as it is to have shade on these asphalt trails, those roots will push up and make the trail really rough. So just be aware of that. It's like riding whoop-de-doos on a motocross bike sometimes when you come through there, so just be careful. If this is where we connect that to the Wabash Trail, I'll let you know. For those who come to Springfield and have never had a horseshoe, back down that on Wabash turns into Stanford, I believe. Bill Matthews Auto Body's back there. You can see that is where Darcy's Pint is, and that's probably the best horseshoe I've ever had. Absolutely delicious. So if you get a chance, come up and have one. And there's also for breakfast, Charlie Parker's Diner is back there. Excellent breakfast. Looks like a little Quonset hut. Pretty cool little place. Okay. Get across the street here, found the trailhead. You just ride that sidewalk, follow the sidewalk down, and it takes you right to here to the Wabash and Interbaun trails. There's another trailhead of some sort back there. There's Academy Sports, Old Navy. This is out near Veterans Parkway is underneath White Oaks Mall. I guess I didn't really know all this was out here. I'm not sure how much video I've gotten on this. Apparently my storage was full on my phone. I had to stop back there and try to delete a bunch of stuff to make some more space, so I don't know what all it's actually about. I guess you'll know as soon as I get this posted. But one of these days I need to break down and buy me a camera or something, because this is not working the best. Okay, I'm gonna guess this is the end of the trail. I don't see anything marking it. It's a bicycle repair stand, but all I see is a sign that says Wabash Trail at the end of the road there. I don't see a sign going any other direction. This would probably be about 2 miles, so if there's more, let me know. Just shoot me a comment and tell me I screwed that up and there's a lot more trail to see. So we'll head back this way. I'm going to try to get some pictures. There's several pavilions and benches along the way. I'll add pictures of those at the end of the video, so stay tuned. Thanks. I think this is 6th Street or 5th, one or the other, I'm not sure. I'm not from Springfield, so I get a little confused sometimes. There in the distance is the waterback tire muffler man. So if you like the muffler men, there's one for you to go check out. Trail is really flat, other than coming in and out of Shields on the other side of MacArthur. Quite a bit of a little hill going up, so you can cross this railroad track here. You go across this bridge, but that's really the only incline in the whole place. The trail is pretty fast. Well, not for me, because I ride slow. I didn't know I wanted to do that until you told me I couldn't. Okay, I'm about to the end of the trail. Rode the whole thing, so 21 miles or so. Or both, between the two trails, the Interbaun and the Wabash both. All in all, not a bad trail. There's some rough spots, like, honestly, like any asphalt trail where the roots push up when you're tree lined like this one is. But they're not bad. Just be careful, like always. Wear your helmet, all that good stuff. I don't know when I'll be back this way to ride this trail, so I figured I'd make a video. Like I said, really unprepared today. And my first video, so that's about right. But I wouldn't hesitate to come over here and ride it. If you guys are in the area or you want to make a trip out of it, come on over, check it out. It's not a bad little ride. Thanks for watching, and if you got any questions or comments, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer. I'll do my best to answer whatever I can. A little loud on that bridge. And there's another bench. several places to stop, take a break here if you want. So again, thanks for watching.